Right now, the officer who shot and killed an armed student in Mount Horeb will not face criminal charges. What the Dane County DA is saying about the decision. Also, a Fitchburg officer on administrative leave after a reported shooting of an armed person this morning, what we know at this time. And later, the August primary set for tomorrow. We'll preview what'll be on the ballot, what you need to bring to cast one. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 6. Thanks for joining us. 3 officers who shot and killed a 14-year-old suspect with an air rifle outside Mount Horeb Middle School back in May will not face charges for the shooting. That's according to a press release from the Dane County District Attorney's Office released just today. And along with that decision, the Department of Criminal Investigation released a lengthy evidence file from its investigation, including hours of video of the incident. Our Braden Ross has been digging into these documents and joins us now with what she found. Braden?
Yeah, that's right, Eric. The Department of Justice released hundreds of pages of an investigation report today detailing how this all unfolded in May. We're also now getting the first look at that video taken that day. We'll show you some of that right now, and a warning, this may be hard to watch. The first 911 call came in just after 11 a.m. on May 1st. A neighbor saw a person walking around with what looked like a gun near the school. That person was a 14-year-old middle schooler. The gun, police would later eventually learn, was a pellet gun. Surveillance video shows the student banging the butt of the gun on the windows of the school back in May. Students told us they saw him in that moment and ran, fearing for their lives. The student was not able to get into the building because the doors were locked. Police later confronted him outside the school. They shot and killed the 14-year-old outside when he raised the gun in their direction. Now, there's so much more information out there that we are still working through. I'll have a full breakdown of the video and the new details we're learning tonight at 10 right here on News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. An incident took place this morning in Fitchburg where police shot a man inside an apartment. They were dispatched there after a 911 call hang-up. Our Kyle Pozorski was at the scene today, finding multiple squad cars and crime scene tape closing off the area.
The call came in early Monday morning to the scene behind me here on Whispering Pines Way. It's a condominium complex just south of Todd Drive and the Beltline. Earlier today, Fitchburg Police Chief Alfonso Morales gave us an update as to what we knew so far.
As the officers arrived, they were encountered with a witness who informed them of an altercation between a couple and where that altercation led, which was into the residence.
Morales says it was inside the building where they found 2 people, with one, a 28-year-old man armed with a knife who moved toward police.
At which time one of the officers did discharge his firearm, striking that subject. That subject was taken to a local hospital where he is currently being treated for injuries.
Morales went on to say the officer involved has worked at the department for 14 years, with 7 as a sergeant. That officer has been placed on administrative duties pending the investigation, which is being handled by the DOJ's Department of Criminal Investigation. Reporting in Fitchburg, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Kyle, thank you. We've also learned within the past couple hours the person shot by officers is now said to be in serious condition. The Madison Police Department investigating after a body was found on the city's east side last night. That body located inside a tent in a swampy area near the 4700 block of Lean Road. 2 people walking in the area discovered the body, called police. Right now we are awaiting for the final autopsy results. A sunny and dry start to the work week. Let's check your first warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Eric, we got more sunny conditions and dry conditions for at least a few more days, and a big wet weather system is on the way to southern Wisconsin. Last night, did you get a chance to check out the meteor, or I should say we have meteor showers tonight, but last night we had the northern lights. Look at this stunning photo. Matthew sending us this photo from Cottage Grove. All you got to do is just go a few miles outside of town to get away from the pollution of the lights from town sources or the city of Madison, and then you have these stunning photo opportunities. Just scan that QR code. We'd love to see your weather photos as well. And we have the meteor showers tonight on top of the potential for still seeing the northern lights across southern Wisconsin. Thanks again, Matthew, for sending us that photo. Big wet weather system on the way. I was mentioning last week, maybe Thursday looks like the bigger day of the week for showers, thunderstorms. That trend has held true all weekend, still looking like it's going to be a wet day, Thursday going on into Friday. Beautiful out here right now. It's 81. light breeze out here on the patio. Nice night, maybe to take dinner outside, out on the patio for that matter. We got 81 in Madison, 80 to the west, 70 in Mount Horeb. So beautiful evening currently on tap. Dew point's 58. When it approaches 60 or above, that's when you feel a little bit of that muggy feel out there. 50s generally feel great. Overnight tonight we'll go down to 59. Could see a little bit of patchy fog in some of those low-lying areas to start Tuesday. But how much water are we talking Thursday going on into Friday? I'll give you a first glimpse at how much rain we could expect later this week.
All right, Alex, thank you. Tomorrow, voters will head to the polls for Wisconsin's August primary. Our political reporter, Will Keneally, joins us with more on what races to watch here. Will?
Well, Eric, one of the big races that we're watching for tomorrow is the race for this Eastern Dane County Senate District. Now, it's made up of 3 different assembly districts, and actually each of the current lawmakers representing these assembly districts are running in that three-way primary for that seat. So that'll be Sama Balde, Melissa Ratcliffe, and Jimmy Anderson here. Now, because they're leaving their seats to run for the Senate district, each district will have its own additional primary as well. Now, because we're talking about Dane County here, which is a very Democratic area, a Republican is likely not going to win in November, so it's these primaries that are the important races to watch here. Now, other races to watch out for in Dane County, there will be a competitive Dane County executive primary that will winnow down a field of 4 candidates to 2. We'll also see an open seat in downtown Madison's 77th Assembly District, which also includes parts of Fitchburg, and there's also a primary challenge for Sheila Stubbs in the 78th Assembly District that covers South Madison and Monona. Now, we'll keep a close eye on these races tomorrow, as well as the statewide constitutional amendment referendum.
All right, Will, thank you. And those constitutional amendment questions can be difficult to decipher in the voting booth. Our Merrill Hubbard is here with a breakdown of what they are and what they could mean for you. Merrill?
Yeah, Eric, it boils down to an argument between how some power should be allocated between the state's executive and legislative branches, as both are questions that are aimed at increasing the legislature's role in allocating federal funds received by the state. So if you do vote yes, it means you are in favor of giving more power to the Republican legislature. The state of Wisconsin has a split government with a Democratic governor and Republican legislature. So Democrats see these amendments as
this is a Republican power grab, plain and simple.
While Republicans are in favor of the amendments because it gives the legislature more power over how funds are spent.
If there's no restriction or specification about how it's to be spent, we don't share power in determining that. The governor decides it unilaterally.
Democrats and Republicans are split on the amendment questions, with one asking if the legislature needs to sign off on state spending, and the more specific question 2 asks if the governor needs the legislature's approval to spend federal funds. In an effort to gain more support before the election, WISC Dems held a meeting downtown with other groups on Monday.
They aim to strip the power from the governor and will cause all federal funding to Wisconsin to be caught up in legislative gridlock.
These funds allow us to safely and effectively do our jobs, and any delay puts public safety at risk.
Federal funding is essential for the state agencies and programs to function, to support our communities. Without it, our public health work is jeopardized.
There were not any Republican voices at this meeting, but Rick Essenberg with the Wisconsin Institute of Law and Liberty shared his support for the amendments on News 3's For the Record.
There will be a time in the future when there will be a governor that you do not love. And you don't want that governor to have this unilateral power. And these amendments are designed to fix that problem.
Now, if either or both questions are approved by voters, the changes will be enshrined in the Wisconsin state constitution. It wouldn't be something Governor Evers could simply veto. Any further changes would have to go through a multi-year, multi-legislature voter process all over again. But the state Supreme Court could weigh in if the amendments pass, should a lawsuit reach their chambers.
All right, Merrill, thank you. Now, in order to cast a ballot tomorrow, you first need to be registered. If you haven't already, don't worry. All you need to do is show up to your polling place on Election Day, and there, poll workers will ask you to show some ID. A few acceptable forms include a Wisconsin driver's license, of course, a Wisconsin DOT-issued photo ID card, a U.S. passport, or a military ID card. You can find more forms of identification and where to vote at channel3000.com. Coming up on News 3 Now at 6, the City County building will soon have a new flag hanging outside the building. We'll tell you about it. Plus, how the White House is looking to crack down on corporate tricks and scams impacting everyday Americans' time and money. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Kamala Harris has taken on gang members to get justice for victims, taken on big banks to pay back people they ripped off, taken on drug companies to cap insulin at $35. Now she's running to take on greedy corporations who jack up prices to lower everyday costs for working families. They're spending millions on ads attacking her because she'd be a president who fights for you. FF PAC's responsible for the content of this ad.
Empire's quality and customer service were absolutely amazing. The installers were so conscientious. I have and I will continue to recommend Empire.
800-588-2300
Today. Maddie has heart failure, and it can't be cured. Our neighbor is using a Grace, so I asked Maddie's doctor about them. Turns out, they can help us. They're already managing Maddie's breathing trouble better. A Grace, authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Moving forward in your community, lending helping hands, spotlighting the people, telling the stories, warning you first. Your local news source. For nearly 70 years, News 3 Now, moving forward. You're watching News 3 Now at 6, moving forward.
Welcome back. The White House is looking to crack down on all the ways that corporations add unnecessary headaches and hassles to people's days. The effort is called Time is Money. It's focusing on those so-called junk fees, those hidden costs and surcharges in everything from travel to banking services that hit people in their wallets.
We all know how seamless it can be to sign up for membership, whether it's a streaming service or some other product or service. But then when it comes to modifying that or canceling it, companies make it really, really difficult. So what this rule will do, if it's finalized as it's proposed, is it will say, okay, if you are able to sign up with just 2 clicks on a website, you should be able to cancel with 2 clicks through a website.
Now, the White House is also calling on health insurance companies to make filing a claim easier, as well as simply navigating the system. The Ho-Chunk flag will hang below the U.S. flag outside the City County building in Madison. The Dane County Board approving a resolution in March to hang the Ho-Chunk flag pending City Council Liaison Committee approval. The resolution by the county recognized that it conducts daily operations on land known and recognized as Dane County and is also the ancestral, traditional, and contemporary land of the Ho-Chunk, the Sauk, and Kickapoo nations. Still ahead, there's still time to help make sure all Madison students have what they need for the upcoming school year. Plus, Madison's Black Chamber of Commerce shares how you can help black businesses and experience some great food at the same time. And some of you could get a little rain soon. Alex with your complete forecast after the break.
One size rarely fits all. That's why at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we carry a huge selection of quality name brand jeans and pants. We're so confident we have the right brand, style, and fit for you that we'll give you a free $5 Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card for every pair you buy. Like men's Rustler jeans, $15.99. $3 off these women's signature Levi's, $24.99. And shop store-wide savings like Rust-Oleum 2X spray paints, $4.99. Find your perfect pair of jeans for less at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
This
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I became a nurse to make lives better. Today, that's hard to do because of the open border. I've seen firsthand the damage that Kamala Harris caused as our country's borders are. Hospitals everywhere are overwhelmed, and American patients are paying the price. My patients are covering the healthcare costs for people here illegally while their own care is jeopardized. Kamala Harris is weak and dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
Vibrant and authentic tastes are on full display across the Madison area this week. Black Restaurant Week in full swing. Our Tenacious Shaw spoke to local entrepreneurs on the impact these local businesses have on our community.
August is Black Entrepreneur Month, an annual celebration recognizing the Black community's contributions to America's economy. And the Madison Black Chamber of Commerce's mission is to help business owners maintain success, providing resources they need to succeed.
Black businesses within the Madison area are pivoting, they are emerging, they are reinventing, they are building up momentum, and they are strengthening themselves since the pandemic.
The Chamber's president says helping out Black businesses is impactful. It's the reason they started Black Restaurant Week, with 7 full days dedicated to Dane County's culinary scene.
Entrepreneurship is extremely hard. You know, oftentimes you are a solo entity really trying to do a lot of different things.
Holistic's Taste of Africa is one of the businesses participating in Black Restaurant Week, serving discounts on fried chicken, plantains, fried fish, and more. Madison's Black Chamber of Commerce's 9th Black Restaurant Week runs now until the 18th. It's putting local restaurants on full display with diverse cuisines from Africa, the Caribbean, down south here in America, and more.
Today, my specialty will be plantain.
This is Holistic Taste of Africa's second time participating in the week. The West African restaurant is located in Sun Prairie. The owners say they need more customers to succeed.
It's hard because I'm the only person here working on everything, like bakery things, cooking.
That was Tenacious Shaw reporting. Holistic Taste of Africa offering $5 meals for the rest of the week. And a reminder, News 3 Now is teaming up with the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County for our annual back-to-school supply drive. Now, you saw us kick off the campaign with a Stuff the Bus event at Hilldale last Monday. Supplies can be donated anytime now through Friday. We're collecting backpacks, pencils, pens, lunch boxes, and any other essentials needed to make sure students see a successful return to school. Just stop by any Boys and Girls Club location or right here at News 3 Now to make a donation. Temperatures warming back up for the week. Alex rejoins us. A complete look at the forecasts.
Eric, indeed, a low to mid-80s a possibility as we go into Tuesday, but not before we start off. Maybe a little bit of patchy fog. We have a nice recipe for that. A little bit of moisture near the ground. It's been a wet year. We have clear skies and calm winds expected tonight. So the Wisconsin River Valley, some of those low-lying ravine areas, you might have a little bit of fog to start off Tuesday. Temperatures again warming up as we move into the early portion of this week compared to this weekend. Storm chances, you can expect that by late Wednesday night at the earliest. Now my wish list there, I was saying no storms, no heat, no humidity. We're going to have a little bit of that this week here, so I'm not going to get my full wish list, but tonight I get my wish list. Temperatures cooling down to about 70 when you join us at the 10 o'clock newscast to plan the rest of your evening. Beautiful night tonight. 81 in Madison right now. Dew point sitting at 58. That's pretty comfy out there, and a nice view here with our Upland Hills supported Capitol Skycam. Isn't that a nice shot here to begin our Monday? Temperatures across Dane County, we got 80 to 81 across all of Dane County, 79 in Sauk City, 78 in Perry, and a 79 to the south, friends in Belleville. Temperatures are cooling down as we get into the evening. Now we're down to 75 in Mineral Point, 78 in Camp Douglas, still 81 as well in Janesville. Let's move to tomorrow morning. What can you expect to wake up to? Middle to upper 50s. A nice night again tonight. A little bit of that patchy fog. That will burn off very quickly on Tuesday with highs getting into the lower, maybe middle 80s. Couple 83s across southern Wisconsin. Sometimes the Wisconsin River Valley can get a little bit warmer than those outlying areas, so we'll keep an eye on that. But a warm, typical August day. A soaking rain is likely as we go Thursday into Thursday night. We were actually starting to talk about this late last week, that Thursday could be an impactful day of wet weather across southern Wisconsin. Still looks like the case. Now the muggy meter, comfy now, but by the time we get into Thursday, getting into the humid range as that weather system moves into southern Wisconsin. That's an ingredient for strong storms, but I've mentioned numerously, if you don't get the break in the shower and storm activity, you got to dry out, you got to get some sunshine, then that threat of severe weather isn't quite as high. Look how widespread the shower and storm chances are. Through noon on Thursday, more showers and storms into the evening, into the overnight going into Friday. Some thunderstorms a possibility. The strong storm chance right now is contingent, meaning it hinges on, can we get a little dry time Thursday afternoon for a little bit of energy to build up in the afternoon. And right now, even though it'll be a little bit on the muggy side, we're not going to have, at this point in time, looking at the temperatures getting warm enough to support severe weather, which would be good news. We don't need any severe weather. Could always use a drop or two of rain as we continue to move into the latter part of the crop season. And we're going to get more than a drop or two, perhaps 1 or 2 inches of rain and an isolated 3-inch amount as we go further into Thursday and Friday, provided the storm doesn't change track. Now, as we go into the upcoming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, have that 30% coverage of shower and thunderstorms. Those would be the pop-up storms that occur during the heat of the day. Not everyone will see them, so not expecting a big washout for this upcoming weekend, but Thursday is going to be a very rainy day to contend with this week.
And coming up in sports, unranked for the first time in nearly a decade to start the season. But who is on Wisconsin's schedule? Find out next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Melissa Ratcliffe, a working mom, is the only woman running for state senate in District 16. Republicans in the state senate are attacking abortion access. Melissa Ratcliffe will always defend reproductive freedom. Melissa Ratcliffe, a proven fighter for our rights.
At DePaco, your health and happiness are as important to us as your financial well-being. So when you're ready to take the first step, we'll help you make a plan and transform it into a lifelong commitment. Well-being is the key to a life worth loving. So when you think about yours, remember that DePaco can help you be well.
Joe Biden made Kamala Harris border czar to fix immigration. First, she ignored it.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point. Then she just lied. The border is secure. 10 million illegal immigrants. Migrant crime out of control. Fentanyl kills thousands.
We have a secure border.
Kamala Harris. Failed, weak, dangerously liberal.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of PowerSwabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to PowerSwabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. And he said, I can't believe how white your teeth are. From that point on, I've been sold.
Order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Quick Stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Melissa Radcliffe works across the aisle to make positive things happen, expanding broadband, making housing more affordable. Melissa Radcliffe knows that Wisconsinites need progress, not partisan bickering. Melissa Radcliffe, common sense leadership, proven results.
Year 2 of the fickle era begins with Wisconsin on the outside looking in at the preseason AP poll. The Badgers will start the year unranked for the first time since 2016. But remember, that season they finished ranked 9th in the same poll. As far as UW's opponents go, well, 5 of them are in the top 25. And that's not including South Dakota, who's ranked 5th in the FCS coaches poll. Well, some better news. Hunter Wohler and Ricardo Hallman were named to the Bednarik Award watch list, which is given to the best defensive player of the year in college football. Wohler led the team in tackles, while Hallman is coming off a year where he picked off 7 passes, which was tied for the most in the country. And the one thing about polls is we know they don't mean a thing.
Throw them out once they start playing.
They do not mean a thing.
You get the sense, though, the Big Ten, the way it is, you could lose 5 or 6 games and still be really good.
Yeah, you could possibly make the playoffs, too.
Yeah, that's going to be wild. We had that football fall-like weather last week. We're warming it back up.
Yep, back up to where we said last week, hey, August is going to come back. It's back now. Got the temperatures in the lower 80s out there right now across southern Wisconsin. A couple thunderstorms north of the area. I just bring this up. If you're in Juneau and Adams and Marquette and Green Lake counties, don't be surprised to get a couple raindrops hit this evening. But with the heat of the day, those showers and isolated storms are going to evaporate as we get into the mid-evening. A little patchy fog overnight tonight. The warm temps are here. And later in the week, Thursday is looking like a big soaking rain for all of southern Wisconsin.
All right, Alex, thank you. Thanks for joining us at 6. Have a great evening. We'll be back here tonight for News 3 Now at 10.